Hi guys, this is Mrs. Toya. Okay, have you ever heard someone say this to you? Guy, use your head now, use your brain. Or do I have to tell you everything? Do I have to tell you? Whoever is saying this is actually feeling frustrated. Do you understand? Frustrated by your actions, frustrated, and that's why they get to say, use your head. Use your head. Think about it. When someone says, use your head, what do you think the person's trying to say? You know? Okay, so today we want to talk about, now GNC class, we want to talk about the quality of being smart. Yes, the quality of being smart. Okay, now the Cambridge Dictionary defines being smart as being able to think, to understand quickly in difficult situations. Now, I like to remove the word difficult. I just like to say in situations. So, smart is being able to think and understand quickly in situations. Okay? That you're able to understand, put things together and just grab, let me use the word, grab the content. You're able to get what the person is saying, you understand, quickly in different situations. And also, smart also means showing a high degree of mental ability. Showing a high degree of mental ability. Now, I would like to remove the word high because I think it being in definition makes it look like it's impossible for people to be smart. It's possible to show smartness in situations. It looks like it's a high order for people to attain, but it's not. Okay, smart being also means showing a degree of mental ability. Now, in our context today, we're looking at being smart as being proactive in your thoughts and your actions. Being proactive in your thoughts and your action, that is using your common sense. My mom calls it your number six. Use your number six. Using your common sense, not waiting for people to tell you everything. It can be frustrating. It can be frustrating when in your dealings with people, in your dealings with not just with people, in your job. Very soon you're going to get out of secondary school, you're going to start working, you're going to interact with people. It's frustrating when you're interacting with people and you have to tell them everything word for word. You have to give them everything that they have to do. People expect a certain level of smartness. That is, you should be proactive in your thoughts. Okay, you don't wait for people to tell you everything. Okay, mommy tells you for instance, mommy tells you go and clean the sitting room. Okay, go and clean the sitting room. And of course, in the sitting room, there are cups on the table. There are the chair is dusty. There are some certain things under the chair. You have some things under the chair, some dirt under the chair. You understand? And then mommy says, go and clean this, go and sweep or go and clean the sitting room. And then you get there, and you just, oh, mommy said I should clean the sitting room, and you sweep. You understand? The cups are still on the table, the dirt's under the chair. So mommy comes in and says, oh my God, do I have to tell you everything? What about the cup? You're cleaning the sitting room. The cup cannot be there. Clean under. It can be frustrating. And that's what we're calling, that's what we're saying, developing a quality, of being smart, showing proactiveness in what you're doing, showing a certain level of smartness. Okay, so mommy says clean the sitting room, but you as you get into the sitting room, you don't need mommy to actually tell you that you should also take the cup on the table to the kitchen. You should sweep, and you should be more detailed when you're sweeping. You should sweep. If there's dirt on the chair, you should take it out. If there is dirt on the table, take it out. You don't need somebody. But when you're being told, when mommy has to come back and tell you, do this, do that, it becomes frustrating. And then you hear her say things like, do I have to tell you everything? The same thing when you're talking with your friends. There are some certain things you just expect them to know. Do you understand? There are certain things you expect them to know because you believe that they are thinking individuals. Do you understand? They are thinking, they're using their brains, their minds, and then you're not exhibiting that. That can be frustrating. That's where you hear some people say, guy, nah, how you go make that kind of mistake? Why would you do that? Why would you make that kind of mistake? You understand? Use your brain, use your head. Why would you say something like that? Okay, so in your dealings with people, you're expected to show a certain level of smartness. You're expected to be able to put one or two things together. Okay, put one or two things together and just understand. And today we're going to learn how can we, how can we become people who are proactive in their thoughts and in their action. Okay, we're going to see how can we become individuals who are, who show a level of smartness, even in your, when you get to work in organizations like me. I'm working at Citri. Okay, now Mrs. Ken doesn't expect to. Mrs. Ken is going to feel frustrated if she has to tell me everything. Okay, I'm in the classroom. That's my space. Mrs. Ken will not be the one to come and tell me, ensure your class is clean, ensure this person, this child is looking like this when he's going home, is looking neat when she's going home. That can be frustrating when she has to tell me everything. I'm expected to think. I'm expected to use my brain. I'm expected to use my head and use my common sense. They say common sense is not so common, right? Even though we call it common sense. Okay? How can you develop the quality of being smart? First of all, understand whoever you're dealing with. Okay? Is it mommy? Is it daddy? Is it your friends? Okay? Whoever you're relating with. Okay? You need to understand how they like things being done, their preferences. How do they like their things? Okay? How are things done in this space? You need to understand it so that they don't have to tell you. If you know that mommy doesn't like shoes kept in the sitting room, mommy doesn't like the table kept in a particular way, you're smart. So when you want to arrange your sitting room, you just know that that's what you're expected to do, because you have worked with mom, you have worked with dad, you have stayed with them for a long period of time to understand what they like. So you do it. That's acting smart. That's being proactive in your thoughts and your action. Okay, so you're thinking ahead. This is what mommy, this is what they would like, so I'm going to do it like this. The same thing, when you're doing your assignment, understand your teachers. What do they expect of you? Okay, what they expect of you. That way, you understand, you do better. Okay, so understand whoever you're dealing with, understand whoever you're relating with. Okay, you have to be conscious of yourself and be intentional in your dealings. Okay, be conscious of yourself. Some of us are absent-minded. You're given a message, you're told something, you're told to do something, you do it, let me just do it fast, let me just do it. At the end of the day, you miss out some important details that can show that you're not being smart. Do you understand? You miss out on important details that can show that you're not being smart, all because I just want to do it fast. And at the end of the day, you hear people making statements, you hear mommy and daddy making statements that at the end of the day you feel like, I'm hurt. But that's not the case. Yes, you might be hurt, but think about it, you're not showing a level of smartness. And that's why mommy is saying, do I have to tell you everything? Or your friends are saying, use your head. That's why they're saying that. Okay, so you have to be conscious of yourself. People are talking to you. Listen, be aware of your environment, be aware, and be intentional in your dealings. That means be deliberate, be aware of yourself. Don't be absent-minded. Okay, and then, very important, think critically. Okay, so be aware of yourself, be conscious of yourself, and think. As you're doing your work, think, what other thing do I have to do? I'm washing plates. Do I need someone to tell me that I should also, as I'm washing the plate, I can see that the kitchen table is not clean. Do I need mommy to? If you're thinking, you understand that ought to be something you should do, because you're cleaning. Do you understand? You're cleaning. So think think. Thinking is it's an ongoing process. It doesn't stop. Someone is talking to you. You're having a conversation with your friends. Don't be absent-minded. Actually, process what they're saying so that you can put one or two things together and make something out of what they're saying to you. Okay, and ask questions when necessary. Okay, I'm not talking about reasonable questions. I'm not talking about stupid questions. Sometimes you ask obvious questions. Okay, when necessary. Okay, that's one of the ways you can actually, if you're not sure of something you want to do, asking questions actually shows that you're thinking. Okay, you're thinking. Mommy tells you to clean the kitchen, and you're asking, should I clean the table too? Should I take the cups and put them on should I put the plates? No, don't put the plate. Put it on my head. Put it on my head. Those are obvious questions. Of course, you should put the plate where they belong. Especially when your friends are having cold-dead conversation with you and you don't seem to get it. And you're not getting it because you're not thinking. You're not thinking and you're not being conscious of yourself. So if you exhibit those things, people may look at you and say, you're not being smart. Sometimes when responsibilities want to be given to people, okay, they won't reason you. They will not want to give it to you because they're scared that would this person figure it out? Okay, so today we've talked about developing the quality of being smart. Okay, and I like to point here that that's why I use the word develop, because it can be developed, and all you need to do is actually put it to practice. Be conscious of yourself. Be intentional when you're doing something. Don't be absent-minded. Think as you're doing your work. Think. It's the same thing when you're doing your research work, when you're doing your assignments. Okay, don't just do it because I'm doing it. Think through so that you can do them well. Think through. That's how to exhibit. That's how to show that you're being smart. Think through. And when you need to ask questions, ask questions. And remember, not obvious questions or stupid questions. Okay, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you. All right, so we're done for today. Send your feedback to me on Teams. Remember, I am available for you 24/7. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.